Namaste children, welcome to your own YouTube channel RSV Group of Schools. Today we are going to take chapter number 4, Understanding Birds Part 2. In our previous video we have learned about the structure of the bird, we have learned the various types of beaks. In this video we are going to talk about the feet and claws and various type of feathers. So let's proceed. As you know, feet of all the birds are differ. In all birds, feet possesses different shapes and size. We are going to talk about the feet and claws. As you know, feet and claws help the bird to run, to walk, to climb, as well as they also help the bird to eat their prey, protect them from their enemies. These all are the important features of the feet that helps the bird to protect from the enemies. As well as one feature is also there, birds also possesses 4 toes on each of the feet. They possesses 4 toes on each of their feet. Now let's talk about the various types of feet and claws. It differ from bird to bird. Let's talk about the first type of bird, that is the perching bird, in which the three toes are in front and one is at the back. 3 are in front and one is at the back. These are known as perching birds because they are having the high gripping power. They can hold the branch very firmly and they can sleep on the branch also without falling. So these birds are known as perching birds because they are having the high gripping power. Let's talk about the second type of bird, that is known as climbing bird. As the word suggests, climbing means these birds helps to climb. Their two toes are in front and 2 are at the back. Their example is of woodpecker, and the perching birds example is of sparrow, crow, pigeon, manna. These are the examples of perching birds. If I am going to talk about the climbing birds, example is of woodpecker. As the word suggests, climbing means these birds have to climb the trees. They are having the sharp and curved claws by which they can climb the trees. Example I have told you before, that is of woodpecker. Now let's talk about the flash-eating birds. As the word suggests, these birds used to eat the flesh of other animals like mice, rats. They are going to use these animals as their prey. Flesh-eating birds, they are having the sharp, strong claws that are known as talons. They are having the strong and sharp claws known as talons. You can take the example of vulture, eagle. They use their sharp and pointed claws to catch their prey. They can hold them very firmly. 3 toes are in front and 1 is at the back. Same as that of perching bird. Perching birds can hold the branch firmly and they can hold their prey very firmly. Now let's talk about the next bird, that is known as scratching bird. Scratching means they have to scratch the soil to find out their prey like seeds or worms. They are also having the 3 toes in the front and 1 is at the back like those of hen. Hen can use its strong and sharp hard claws to stretch the soil so that they can get their prey like seeds and worms from the soil. Now let's talk about the next type of birds, that is wading birds and swimming birds. As the name suggests, wading. Wading means they can walk easily. How they can walk? By using its long legs and stretched toes. Long legs and stretched toes help them to walk on the water easily to catch its prey like that of crab. They can easily walk on water, shallow water of the ponds without getting their wings wet. Their wings do not getting wet because they are having the long legs that help them to walk on the shallow water of the pond. They are using their toes. Example is of heron is the bird which can use its long legs and stretched toes to walk on the shallow water of the pond. Next is of swimming birds. As the name suggests, swimming means they can swim on the water, they can glide on the water. Common example is duck. They are having the 3 toes in the front and 1 is at the back. 3 toes are attached by a stretched skin to form a web. Their webbed feet, generally webbed feet, help the bird to walk on the water or to glide on the water. These are the 2 types of other birds. Now let's talk about the feathers. Feather is the unique feature of a bird. Feathers make main functions of the feather is to fly. Functions of feather help the bird to fly. Not only fly, it helps the bird to camouflage. It helps the bird to keep itself warm. Now question arises, what is camouflage? Camouflage means merging around with the surrounding so that none of us or none of the enemies can identify us. The functions of the feature, first function is that it helps the bird to fly. Second, to keep the body warm. Third is to camouflage. Camouflage means merging around with the surrounding. Now let's talk about the type of feathers. There are three types of feathers. First feather is body feather. As the name suggests, it is attached to the body, it is attached to the wings and it is attached to the tail. Body feather attached to the body, wings and tail. They are strong plus light in weight. They are very light in weight and strong. They give smooth shape to the body. As the name suggests, it is body feather, so it gives smooth shape to the body. They are strong and light in weight. We are talking about the body feathers, and the main function of the body feather is to give the smooth shape to the bird. Now next type of feather is the down feather. Now the name itself suggests down means it is underneath the body feather. Underneath the body feather, the type of feather which is present, that is known as down feather. They are smooth and fluffy. They are very soft to touch. They are smooth and fluffy. They help the body. They help the bird to keep warm. Their main function is to help to keep the bird warm. If the bird is feeling warm, it is due to the presence of down feather, and down feather is present below the body feather. Now let's talk about the last type of feather, that is the flight feather. Flight feather, as the name itself suggests, flight means it helps the bird to fly. It is attached in the wings and as well as on the tail. These feathers are attached to the wings, they help the bird in flapping. And when these type of feathers are attached to the tail, they help the bird to change the direction. If the bird is flying and it has to change the direction, these flight feathers help it. So flight feathers are main specialty, or how can we identify this? These are long as well as they are flat, and their main function is to help the bird to fly as well as to change the direction. So these are the three type of feathers. First is the body feather. Main function of the body feather is to give the smooth shape of the bird. Down feather. Main function of the down feather is to keep the body of the bird warm. And flight feathers help the bird to fly as well as to change the direction. Now let's talk about how the birds fly. As we know, birds fly with the help of their wings. We have talked about the feathers also. Now we are talking about how the birds fly. Birds fly with the help of wings. Wings are the modified forelimbs. What do you mean by limbs? We are also having two types of limb. First is forelimbs and second is hind limbs. Forelimbs means hands and hind limbs means leg. The wings are the modified forelimbs. Means they are not having the hands, they are modified into wings. Birds do not have hands. In spite of hands, they are having the wings. So we are telling wings are the modified forelimbs. Now how does the bird fly? Birds fly with the help of the two processes by two special ways, that is known as upstroke and downstroke. By using these strokes, it helps the bird to fly in the air. One more thing helps that is the tail. Upstroke and downstroke. These are the two strokes that help the bird to fly in the air. Plus, if the bird has to change the direction, it has to use the tail. Now, let's talk about what is upstroke and what is downstroke. In upstroke, wings are thrown upward. You can see the wings are upward and backward. In upstroke, wings of the bird are upward and backward. By the help of this, they can move upward. If they have to fly upward, they have to use the upstroke, in which the wings are upward as well as the wings are backward. Now if they have to move downstroke, if they have to come down, what they have to use? They have to use their wings only. In downstroke, wings are downward as well as they are front. Wings are downward as well as they are front. That is known as downward. So they are using a special way to fly, that is known as upstroke and downstroke. As the name suggests, upstroke means wings are moving upward and backward. downstroke, as the name suggests, wings are downward and forward. By using these two strokes, birds are able to fly. And if the bird has to change the direction, it has to use its tail. Now let's talk about some other birds. How do they fly? Let's talk about the vulture and kite. If we talk about the vulture and kite, you know they fly very high up in the sky. But the opposite is that of sparrow. They do not able to fly very high. Vulture and kite can fly very high, but sparrows do not able to fly very high. If we talk about the crows, pigeons, they can fly long distances. They can travel long distances because they are having very strong flight muscles. Opposite of that is peacock. They are not able to fly very long distances. They are able to fly very short distances because of their heavy weight. They are not having the flight muscles very strong. Let's talk about the penguins. If we talk about the penguin, one thing comes in our mind that they are flightless birds, penguin as well as ostrich. They are flightless birds. They are not able to fly at all, but they can run very fast. They can travel the distance very fast by running only. So these are the special structures of the bird. How do they fly? In this video, we have talked about the various types of feet and claws and various types of feathers and what are the strokes that help the bird to fly. I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you.